Alright, hello, welcome back everybody. PayPal and Patreon are down below if you want to support me. Only do so if you actually can. And apologies for any audio glitches. My mic is starting to fail after about 8.5 years or so. So just a hopefully quick update here. Hafnium, it has seen its price go well beyond any previous records it's ever had, from around 1,500 per kilogram up to now almost $5,000 per kilogram. The graph that you're actually seeing an image of is outdated. That's from a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, the strategic metals price site that I have a screenshot of here doesn't publish daily price graphs anymore. You just get the actual price itself, which is now up to $4,914 per kilogram. What's causing this massive price spike? A rebound and furthering uptick in demand, constraining supplies, and also constraining ability to refine the metal. To start with, hafnium demand has rebounded to its normal, or rather now beyond its normal pre-COVID levels. The first and smallest primary thing that makes up a decent percentage of its use, although that percentage is rapidly growing nowadays, is its use in computer processors. It is primarily used in more powerful modern processors, and obviously with each year more and more processors that are being made are modern, more powerful processors, so the amount of hafnium being used to make processors is constantly growing. Next up on the list, size of demand-wise, is for nuclear reactor control rods, and the demand for that is kind of flat. It's basically even for the most part. And the big, huge chunk of demand where the major rebound came from is for super alloys for primarily aircraft engines, although they are also used for power plant turbines. But the overall bulk material demand is from the construction of aircraft engines. And obviously, as we're past the COVID times now and air travel has rebounded, the demand for new airliner production has surged. But the aerospace demand then splits off two different ways as well, as although even within that subcategory, the bulk material demand is for just aircraft engines, there is also a bit of hafnium used in rocket nozzles and said propulsion for, things like cruise missiles and anti-air system missiles and man-pad portable system missiles, things that are particularly being expended quite a bit. So you have the demand side doing its part to stack onto this. So supply-wise, hafnium is not something that's mined on its own because it doesn't occur in large enough quantities to be worth seeking out like that, even at these prices. Hafnium is obtained as a byproduct of refining zirconium from zirconium mining. And in terms of zirconium mining, the world primarily has two suppliers. It has Australia and it has South Africa. Now, one of those suppliers, the first one, is perfectly fine and is a functional country. The second one isn't, and is on a downward economic, infrastructural, collapsing, societally imploding death spiral for all intents and purposes. To see specifics as to that and some of the particular desperations of their situation, go through the link that's up in the corner of the video, and I made a separate video talking all about that. Granted, that was back when their collapsing, failing power grid was their only main infrastructural problem. So we're having supply issues with South Africa, and then there's further supply issues for hafnium on the refining side, as the primary refining or extraction of hafnium from zirconium is predominantly done by three countries: China, Spain, and France. China has been having repeating issues the last several years around summertime, as with the excessive heat waves that they've dealt with both last summer and this summer have caused extreme strain on their power grid, and so they've had to shut factories, and in this particular case, hafnium refineries down to try to save on power. And on top of that, while not as extensive, France has also been having some problems on their end. Not too bad, but a bit of off and on stuff, like really brief intermittent problems, because France is, assuming you guys follow regular daily news around the world, France has been kind of having some internal domestic issues for the last month or two. We'll just phrase it that way. And so that leaves us where we are now, with hafnium prices surging all the way almost up to $5,000 per kilogram. And that's it for this one, anyways. So thank you, everybody, for sticking around and listening. Like, if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. PayPal and Patreon are down below if you want to support me. Only do so if you actually can. Or you can watch or listen to any of the other episodes I have about all kinds of stuff. And go subscribe to and watch stuff on my cat's channel. But no matter what happens to me, may God bless and protect all of you, and I will see you all around next time.